Lesson 65 homework. Number 1. Simplify the square root of 360. Alright, 360, you could start dividing it by 2 if you want. I see that there's a 10 there. 10 and 36. 10 can be split up as 2 and 5. But let's just do this 36 first. 36 is 6 times 6. So I know that I'm going to be able to take that out. And whatever's here, 2 times 5, I'm not going to be able to take that out from the radical. So I'm ending up with 6 times the square root of 10. Number 2. Same thing. Simplify square root of 252. This one I'm going to break up as 2 times 126 and 2 times 64 and 252. 126. 64, yeah, 64, and then 126 divided by 2, 63. Oh, that's what I'm doing. Okay, 63. Where did I get 64 from? That's crazy. And then 63 is 7 times 9, or 9 times 7, and then 9 is 3 times 3. So I've got 2 2's, I've got 2 3's, and I've got a 7 left over. That gives me 2 times 3, I could take those out, and then a 7 that gets stuck inside the radical. 2 times 3 is 6, 6 square root of 7. Or how did I get 64 from? That's crazy. I've been doing too much math today, I guess. Number 3, square root of 384. And this one, I'm just going to split up. I know that I can divide by 2, so I'm going to do that. 384 divided by 2 is 192. And 192 divided by 2 is 96. 96 divided by 2 is 48. And then 48, let's just keep dividing by 2, I guess. That gives me 24, 2, that's 12, 2 and 6, 2 and 3. Okay, I've got these 2 2's, these 2 2's, these 2 2's, and then I'm left with a 2 times 3, which is 6. So I've got 1, 2, 3 2's, 2 times 2 times 2, and then what's left over inside is 2 times 3. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, and 2 times 3 is 6, 8 square root of 6. Number 4. I've got x squared plus 5 squared, and we want to know the product, and it says using the FOIL method, which is what I was going to do anyways. X squared plus 5 times x squared plus 5. So first, x squared times x squared is x to the 4th, and then outside is 5x squared, inside is 5x squared, and last is 5 times 5, which is 25. Combine my like terms, x to the 4th plus 10x squared plus 25. And number 5, same thing, multiply using FOIL, and x squared, and then I'm going to do the outside, which is minus 9x, and then minus 2x, and then last is plus 18. Negative 9 and negative 2x, those are my like terms. X squared minus 11x plus 18. There you have it. Now let's do number 6, graph the inequality. And the inequality is C is greater than or equal to -5. And I'm going to draw my number line. I'm going to put 0 right here, and I'm going to go to -5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a -5 right there. And x is greater than or equal to -5. The or equal to tells me that this should be a solid dot because -5 is included in this solution here. And C is greater than, so I'm going to shade to the right and put an arrow that way. Now we're going to go to number 8. Number 8 is a multiple choice. The key of a stem and leaf plot shows this 2 and this 9 here equals 2.9 centimeters. What is the value of the data point if the leaf is 4 and the stem is 7? So that's going to be 4.7 centimeters, which is, oh, wait a second. Oh, I said it, I read it backwards. What they said here, we got to read carefully here for 8. The leaf is 4, so that means the leaf is going to be here on the right, and the stem is 7. Because the stem is the one on the left, the leaf is the one on the right, and I just read it in order and I just flip-flopped it there. So the stem is the 7, the leaf is the 4, and that is going to give us 7.4 centimeters, which is B. I was just going too fast. Pay attention, man. Number 9. The results in seconds for the men's 50-meter freestyle swimming finals at the NCAA Division II Championship in 2007 are listed below. Create a stem and leaf plot to organize the data. Alright, so you should have something like 2007 NCAA Division II final results, men's 50 freestyle, all of that should be written out here. Let's see. Let's do it. Final results, men's 50 free. I've got stem and leaves. All right. Now, the way they are putting this together here, I'm going to put the key down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So the key that they're using here is 2017 equals 20.17 seconds. I'm not going to draw out all of these numbers here. I'm just going to list them. So we're going to start with 203 because that's the first number that we're going to have here. So that's 20 seconds, 0.3 something. And so we've got a 0.32, a 6, and a 9. So we've got 20.32 seconds, 20.36, and 20.39 seconds. And then we've got the next one is 204, so 20.43 seconds. And then we've got 20.6, so 206, 20.62, 7, 8, and another 8. 208, 1, so there's a 20.81 in that data set. 209, 7, 210, 7, 212, 4 and 5, 213, 1, 214, 5, and 21.56 seconds is the last one. And that's what your stem and leaf plot should look like for number 9. Then we've got number 10. The cost of parking at a concert is $22 for the first 2 hours. And let's write that down here. $22 for first 2 hours. And then $4 for each additional hour. Write an equation that models the total cost, y, of parking a car in terms of the number of additional hours, x. Using the linear equation, find the total cost of parking for 9 hours. So we've got $4 per hour for each additional hour. And so that is going to be our slope. So if I were to say y equals 4x, so where x is the number of hours, plus 22. Where now that's the equation that the book gives you here. The cost of parking at a concert is $22 for the first 2 hours and $4 for each additional hour. So this works fine if the x value is each additional hour. So that's the only way this works. So this x value has to start after the 2 hours. Then that works fine. And this is the answer that the book gives. So that's what we'll follow. Now, let's see. Parking after 9 hours. Now, if you park for 9 hours, that's the second part of this. How much is that going to cost? Now, remember, this is for each additional hour after the 2 hours has already happened. So that means we need to subtract 2 from this 9 hours because that's all wrapped up in this $22 fee right here. So we should be able to just multiply this 4 by 7. So 9 minus those 2 hours, which is 7. That's how much you've got to pay for after those 2. And let's see what we get here. Y equals $4 times 7 hours plus 22. 4 times 7 is 28. 28 plus 22 is 50. And $50 is how much that would cost you after 9 hours, because that first 2 hours is taken care of with that $22. That's a little bit complicated. All right, number 13. Number 13, that's the next one, right? Yep. Solve each system of linear equations by the method given. So this first one we're supposed to solve by graphing. I've got 2x minus y equals 3 and 3x plus y equals 2. I'm going to rewrite these in slope-intercept form. The bottom one, I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. That gives me y equals negative 3x plus 2. Now I'm in slope-intercept form. The top one, I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. That gives me negative y equals negative 2x plus 3. I need to multiply everything by negative 1. in order to make that y positive. Or multiply both sides by -1 is the more technical way that I should say that. Either way, these are my two equations now. And I'm going to graph them both. This first one I go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I go, my slope is up 2 to the right 1. Up 2 to the right 1, up 2 to the right 1. Now this one, I go up 2, and then I go down 3 to the right 1. 1, 2, 3 to the right 1, that's my spot. And that is 1, -1. Number 14, use elimination for this one. 5x plus 7y equals 41, and 3x plus 7y equals 47. All right, now I have to multiply one of these by -1, and I'm going to multiply this guy by -1. So that gives me 5x plus 7y equals 41 over -3x minus 7y equals -47. And so that eliminates the y's. I got 2x now equals -6. Divide both sides by 2. X equals -3. That is the x value of my solution. Now I need to plug this x value into one of these equations to find my y value. Let's plug it into the bottom one. 3 times -3 plus 7y equals 47. Oops, 47. 3 times -3 is -9, plus 7y equals 47. Add 9 to both sides. 7y equals 47 plus 9 is 56. Divide both sides by 7. Y equals 8. So my solution to this system of equations is -3, 8. And then for number 15, use substitution. 5x minus 2y equals 22. 9x plus y equals 12. I'm going to solve this bottom one for y, subtract 9x from both sides. That gives me y equals -9x plus 12. I'm going to take this mess, plug it in for my y value of the first equation. 5x minus 2 times y, which is -9x plus 12, equals 22. Distribute this -2, making sure I notice that that negative is right there. 5x plus 18x minus 24 equals 22. Combine my like terms, and I'm going to add 24 to both sides while I'm at it. 5x plus 18x is 23x equals 22 plus 24 is 46. Divide both sides by 23. X equals 2. So my solution is going to be, I like to write it over here, but I'm kind of running out of room. I think I can do it. So 2 is my x value. Plug that into any of these equations to find my y value. Y equals -9 times 2 plus 12. That gives me -18 plus 12. Y equals -6. So 2, -6 is my solution to that system of equations. On to number 18. Write an equation of the line and slope intercept form. Okay, so for number 18, we've got this line. Looks like this, and it looks like this. And this point right here is 2, 4, 6. So that point right there is 6. So I know if I'm going to write my equation in slope intercept form that my b value is going to be 6. Now it crosses the x-axis at, let's see, that looks like 2, 3. So that is a 3 right there. We're not drawn perfectly to scale. So what I can do is I can take these 2 points, 0, 6, and my other point here, which is, 3, 0. So those are 2 points that they've given me on this graph. And I can just find the slope, x1, y1, x2, y2. And I can go 0, minus 6 on the top, 3 minus 0 on the bottom, negative 6 over 3 equals negative 2. My slope is negative 2. So my equation is y equals negative 2x plus 6. Number 19. Alright, let's see, number 19. Trey is making an investment of x minus $11. The rate of interest of the investment is x minus 11%. So this was dollars and this is percent. What is the interest gained after 1 year? Now they're giving you the formula for this simple interest rate here. So we want to know what the rate of interest is this. What is the interest gained? So the interest gained is going to be I equals the principal, which is the amount he started with. The principal is x minus 11. And then the rate is x minus 11 times time. And it's just 1 year, and so we just put times 1. And so really that's all they're asking for. So we could write this interest is the principal times the rate times time. Principal times the rate times time. And time is in years. So we can ignore this 1 because anything multiplied by 1 is itself. So really all we're doing here is we're trying to find x minus 11 times x minus 11. We can just FOIL that out. We've got x squared minus 11x minus 11x plus 121. So we did this and we did that and we did that. X squared minus 22x plus 121. I've combine my like terms, and I have my polynomial there. And let's go ahead and go on to the next one. Oh, this should be dollars. Oops, 121. How did that get to be 122? Dollars. Okay. Now let's go ahead and go to the next one, which is number 20. The school is constructing a new gym. They want a 12-foot wide tile border around the outside of the edge of square court. The total side length is 7x. Write a polynomial for the area of the court, not including the tile border. Not including the tile border. Alright, so they've drawn this for you here in the book to make it a little bit easier. We've got a 12-foot tile border. So that's 12 here. And now notice that's 12 here and 12 here and 12 here. This whole thing from one side to the other is 7x. So they want now, write a polynomial for the area of the court, but we're going to subtract the tile border out of it. So it says not including the tile border. One side, so area is length times width, or side squared if it's a square like this. One side is 7x minus 24. Remember, 12 here and 12 here, that makes 24. So we're subtracting 24 feet. And we need 2 of these. We're multiplying 7x minus 24 by itself. And that is going to give us 7x times 7x is 49x squared. And then negative 24 times 7 is negative 168x. And then I do that again right here, which is negative 168x. And when I add those together, that's going to give me 336x. And then I've got 24 times 24, which is 576. The reason I did this 336x is because I just wanted to, I had it in the calculator ready to go. Those are my like terms. And then I've got the 576 that is out there. And I need this 49x squared. And that is my, let's see, should they say square feet, right? Feet squared. That is the answer to that, the area there of that square. Number 25. Find the slope of a line that is parallel to this line. All right. This line is 6x plus 3y equals 36. Now, in order to find the slope here, I need to rewrite this in slope-intercept form, and I'm going to subtract 6x from both sides. That gives me 3y equals negative 6x plus 36. Divide both sides by 3, which means I need to divide everything by 3, or multiply both sides by 1/3, whichever way you like to think about it. Negative 6 divided by 3 is negative 2x, and then plus 12. The y-intercept doesn't really matter because we're just asking for the slope. What is the slope of a line that is parallel to this line? It's negative 2, because the slope of any line that's parallel to this line is going to be the same as this line. That's the part of the definition of parallel. 26. Number 26, we've got A, B, and C here. Draw a coordinate grid, add number and number it from -5 to +5 along the x and y axis. Will a line pass through certain points be parallel to this? All right, let's draw our graph. And we'll draw it kind of big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now, where are we? We're still on number 26. All right. Will a line passing through points -4, 0? So let's go -4, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 0. And 4, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Be parallel to this other line. Will it be parallel to y equals -1/4 x minus 3? They forgot the x in your book. We're just going to pretend that they didn't. So we graph those 2 points, 4, 2 and -4, 0. So that was A. We took care of A. And then B, find the equation for the line that passes through those points. So what we're going to do here is we have this line that looks like that, and I'm not going to totally draw it in there yet. We need to find the slope of this line. So I've got x1, y1, x2, y2, and I'm going to go y2, which is 2, minus y1, which is 0, over x2, which is 4, minus x1, which is -4. That becomes plus 2 over 8, which is 1/4. So the for B, my slope is 1/4, and I don't know my y-intercept. I think it's going to be 1. Let's check it out. If I go up 1 to the right 4, there I am, up 1 to the right 4. So yes, my y-intercept is 1. So that's B there. And then for C, they're asking, is the line -1/4 x minus 3 parallel to the line you graphed? Explain. So is